Alrighty, welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Japanese 1.0 playthrough. It's been so great having you guys here for this journey through the very first installment of this game. I've learned a lot and just really had the time to appreciate the original game. We're coming in hot on a you know, the scene's not that important. But yeah, we ended last time right before this, and we had to go. It was right at the end of the stream, so we had to start it off hot here. While we watch Cloud get taken over for his addiction to Coca-Cola. We were talking in the chat right before we started the YouTube recording about the remake. One question I get pretty much every single day is, do you think Aerith will die in the remake, or what if she doesn't die in the remake, blah, blah. And for me, it's like pretty cut and dry. Like 100% she dies or it's a bad choice. I know some people are a bit more like, well, if she doesn't die, they could do this, or maybe she doesn't die because they want to keep her in the party, or like whatever. But for me, it's no-brainer. Like, if she doesn't die, the whole story is kind of ruined. Now, I know they're telling a different story, and I know I've said many times that I want them to tell a different story. I like the fact that it's different, because it makes it more interesting, and I can actually follow something new and not just know exactly what's going to happen. So it's kind of revitalized Final Fantasy VII for me, because even though I know the general what's going to happen, the details I have no idea on, so I actually get to go in blind. So for me, I like the fact that the story's different. But Aerith dying is a line for me that I do not want them to cross. If they cross this line, then a lot of the themes in the game just don't work. And the thing with the remake is that I want the story to be different, but I want the themes to still be the same, or at least similar, right? Or else, like, it's not even a remake at that point for me. Like, at least the themes should be there. At the very least, you know. And if Aerith doesn't die, it ruins so much of the story. Not even like the themes, but just like the mechanics of how the story works. Just a lot of it makes no sense. So I'm very, very against her not dying. Now, having said that, one thing that I haven't really talked about too much that I would like to bring up now, because I think it would be fun to talk about, is, okay, let's say they blew it and she doesn't die. Just for the sake of argument, let's say she doesn't die. Where do you guys think the story would go? What do you think they could do with that? What benefit could that give? What cool thing could they do with it? Granted, I still hate it, but let's just put that aside for a second. What could they do with it? One thing is they could have her die later, yeah. You could get past this part and she doesn't die, and then everyone's like, oh my god, they kept her, and then she dies later and everyone's like, what? do like a double cross. A double cross. My only issue with that is, like, she's supposed to die here because this is where she does the prayer. Like, it'd be weird for her to die anywhere else, but I guess technically it could still work, but yeah, like, for me, that would be really weird. But that would be really crazy if they did that, if they pulled the rug out from under all of us. We're like, she isn't dying. Never mind, she is. I don't know what else. It's hard for me to even think about what else would happen if she was alive. So, like... I don't even think Cloud has the same... like... He doesn't even have, like, the same motivation to go after Sephiroth, because after this, there's the scene where he's like, yep, I'm definitely going after Sephiroth now. So they have to come up with something new as to, like, why, because it doesn't make sense that he goes all the way to the North Crater just because, like, he doesn't like him. Like, once they get here, because here's the thing. They don't know what Aerith did here, and that's such a big part of the story, because they don't know until the very end. So if Aerith doesn't die here, then there has to be a conversation where Cloud's like, yo, why did you go off by yourself? And Aerith's gonna be like, well, I had to do the prayer, and I did it, so now we're all good. Let's all go home and play Fort Condor. And then, like, like what happens then? Because then they know what the prayer did. So, she ran out of MP. Sephiroth kidnaps her instead of killing her? Man, would that be stupid. Like, it would work, kind of. It wouldn't work for the themes and stuff, but physically, mechanically, I guess it might maybe work, but like, how stupid would that be? Like, just kill her. Why... If he's gonna capture her till the very end of the game, then just kill her. That'd be so stupid. You wouldn't even see her anyways. They'd probably just do some, like... What's a flashback, but not backwards in time? A flash over? They'd flash over to Sephiroth and Aerith, and Aerith's like, you dirty Dan, and Sephiroth's like, shut your mouth, I'm learning the secrets of the universe. And then... I don't know, like, I don't even have, what did they even talk about? Hey, you're bad. Okay. I just can't imagine that being entertaining. We're here to kill chaos. I should put Vincent in the party. I wonder if he has the glitch in this version. Where he, like, loses a leg. Yeah, there's like this weird glitch with Vincent in this scene, but I don't remember what versions it happens on. Also, we got the two best characters for this. Yuffie, who has the saddest reaction, and Kate Sith that has the dumbest reaction. So... Great group here. The stupid waddle away is the dumbest crap. He's looking, like, Kate Sith is still looking at him. He just waddles away. Stupid Mog. Kate Sith always had an accent. We just don't hear it here. But he has an accent in Advent Children. Will he have an accent in the remake? Probably. He had an accent in Advent Children. He had an accent in before, or Dirge of Cerberus. Like, every game with voice acting, he has an accent, so I couldn't imagine they'd change it. I mean, they can. It's a remake. They can do what they want, but I wouldn't imagine they would change it. Red 13 also has his old accent, so... There are still children with the stigma. So I don't know what, like, I don't know in the game canon why Cait Sith has an accent. The reason Cait Sith has an accent, like, from a gameplay or from a development perspective, is because Ket Shi is a Scottish folklore thing. So they made him Scottish. But, like, why in the canon does Reeve talk normally, but Cait Sith doesn't? I don't know. Maybe he's trying to cover his voice or something. And he just has a really good Scottish accent because anime. I don't know. But that's the game development reason why. All right. Let's hope disc 2 works. I didn't test all the discs because I didn't have a save. I don't have a Japanese save file, so. This too has a picture of an airship on it. This 1 has a picture of a chocobo. This 2 has a picture of the airship, and this 3 has a picture of a meteor. It's kind of cool. I should have saved in case it didn't load. Stupid me. Okay, good, it loaded. It's alive! It's alive! You think the calm flashback will be the tutorial section of part 2? Maybe. It makes sense. I like my idea better, though, of having a Turk section as the tutorial. Question, what's disc 2 about? Question, how do I answer that question? Killing chaos. I forgot to wrap my party. So my idea back when part 1 ended and everyone was thinking about part 2, like, right off the bat. My idea was, because they set up the Turks to be, like, a big part of the next game. Way more than the original. In the original, they're just kind of like, hey, we're gonna fight you at some parts of the game later, and that's about it. And, like, probably their biggest story section is Wutai, which is optional anyways. But, oh god. But in the remake, they're setting up the Turks to be a lot more important. So my idea was you start off the second game, because everyone was saying, like, do you keep your stuff? Do you keep some stuff? How are we going to teach all the mechanics? Because in the part 1, you learn the mechanics slowly, but in part 2, you're going to just have to know the mechanics. So you have a tutorial section at the beginning of the game where you take control of the Turks, and you learn a bit more about what they're doing, while the main characters are in Calm. Like, pretty much their journey from there to, like, Junon and beyond. And you could use Rude as, like, a tutorial to learn Tifa again. And you could use Reno as a tutorial to learn Cloud again. Just to learn, like, the general concepts that you learned in part 1. And then you could start with the party in Calm, and they could have, like, some of their stuff, but not all of their stuff. You wouldn't be lost because you would learn. Also, this is not automatic. This is new. You have to do each one of these individually. That is not normal. In our version, he just jumps all the way up. So, yeah, you could start with the party and start them all with like 2 weapons or something, and you would actually be able to understand the mechanics of it. And you could lead it up. You could lead the Turks up to the Mithril mine, and then leave it, and then go to the party, and then do the flashback, and then the party gets to the Mithril mine, and then they clashed. And then you could fight the Turks there instead of just talking to them. It'd be a cool like start to the game. Also, Emulgator, thank you for the 35 months, man. Appreciate it so much. Also, this is for you. This song is for you. Profess my love. Not this one. No, not that one. That one means I hate you. It was actually kind of annoying to climb because the first couple were right, and then I had to do down and then left and then up. So it actually was kind of annoying to climb. Very fitting alert. We're talking about the remake. Oh, I hate these things. A longer mourning period? I mean, I think you end the game there, to be honest. Our mourning period is the entire 3 years before Part 3 comes out. Three years, huh? Being a bit, overly positive about it. That's the crown. One of these is the Aurora armlet, I think. Pretty sure. Why do you have this? Oh, never mind, I'm done. Yep, there it is. Good lord. So strong. How long has it been since? So Part 1 came out... From the time Part 1 came out, how long has it been? Almost exactly 2 years. And we haven't even gotten a trailer for Part 2. We haven't even gotten a we're working on Part 2. So... 3 years might be... possible, but... probably not likely. See you, Mavic. Thanks again, man, for everything. Have a great weekend. We will get a trailer this year, has been confirmed. By who? And also, nothing confirmed is confirmed. Neat. That's cool. That doesn't mean for sure, but that means probably. Even if Square says it, it's not confirmed. That's what I'm trying to get at here. But it's very probable, yes. So, Kate Sith just died. Like, he's dead. He's never coming back. He got minied and then eaten. Like, he is dead. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to, like, undermine what you said or anything, but yeah, it's just one of those things where Square Enix changes their mind a lot, so even if they say, yes, 100% it's happening, it doesn't mean it's happening. But if they said 100% it's happening, then it's a good chance it's happening. You might as well say it's happening, but just throwing that out there, like, plenty of times they say that, and then it's not that they lied, it's that they changed their mind, or something comes up, you know? I just don't like it when people say, like... or like the freaking lore thing, where, like, one guy on the team says something, and they're like, confirmed, confirmed! Giant enemy crab. Let's use Choco Buckle for fun. But yeah, I would be very surprised if we saw absolutely nothing about Part 2 this entire year. But what are we gonna see? I don't know. I mean, with the remake, I feel like they were obligated to, like, do those really early trailers just to get us hyped about it. But we don't really need to get hyped about Part 2. We know it's happening someday. So I feel like it's going to be more of one of those things where they stay silent about it for a long time until they have most of it done, and then they release some trailer. Because if they release a trailer that's like, Part 2's happening, everyone's going to be annoyed, because they want to know, like, they want to know a lot about it. They want to know, like, where is it ending? Where is it starting? What kind of things are we going to see? Is there going to be an open world? Are we keeping our stuff? Which I still think is kind of a crazy question, but, like, we need info in the first trailer. If they drop a first trailer and it tells us nothing, everyone's going to be so annoyed. They're going to be like, are you serious? It's like, we knew it was happening. We don't need a, it's happening. We need, what's in it? What are we expecting? You know? So hopefully they wait a while and then they drop a trailer that actually has some meat. And then everyone will get pretty excited, probably, for it. Also, no spoilers, but the ending of the DLC is almost a trailer for the second game. I mean, it doesn't show anything, but it's kind of like a... And then Part 2! But, yeah. So we really don't need a trailer that's, like, basically the cutscene from the DLC and then, like, I don't know, a picture of Sid's face or something. That's what it's gonna be. They're just gonna tweet out a picture of Sid's face. That'll be the trailer. How's it going, Blaze Home? I mean, I wouldn't even mind that, yeah, because, I mean, that would give us a pretty good idea of, like, okay, it gets to at least Rocket Town. You know, that would give us actually some decent information. I don't know, Here's the thing. I trust them, I can't believe I'm saying that, but I trust them that whatever the game starts and ends is going to be good. But what I want to know more than anything is just the mechanics of the game. Is it a list of locations that we just do missions in? Is it an open world? Is it like the same exact mechanics from the first game? Or are they going to switch it up? Like, I need to know, like, the general mechanics of the game. That's what I want to know more than anything. I don't care as much about where it starts and where it ends because I'll play it and figure it out. But, like, I really, really want to know, is it literally just part 1 again with new locations? Are they going to switch up the mechanics and make it, like, a completely different game? Because to me, it needs to be something different. I love the remake mechanics. But if it's literally just the remake again, people are going to get bored, 100%. I mean, me and you won't get bored because we're Final Fantasy VII super nerds. But the general casual population of RPG players are going to be like, this is the same game again. But, like, you know what I mean? They need it to be different. If you're still doing the same exact True Strike into uppercut into dive kick with Tifa, and you're still doing counter stance with Cloud, and there's just a couple extra new materia, and you're still doing Aga spells, and Aerith is still putting down Arcane Ward. Like, I'm not really into that. They really need to change. There needs to be a very big amount of change to keep everyone interested. Because imagine if... Where's the black materia? Give me the black materia. I want to buy the organics. It's probably about... Well, I can buy... Oh yeah, we got some good stuff. Like imagine if part 2 comes out. Dude, this is the I don't even want to say this because it might actually happen. And I'm gonna be really sad if it happens, and I'm gonna watch this part back and be like, oh no, Death, if only you knew. But if part 2 comes out and it's literally part 1, but there's a list of like chapter 1, Junon, chapter 2, Costa del Sol, chapter 3, City, like, you know, it's just, the locations are just chapters, so you just select the chapter and you just get teleported to that place. And then the gameplay is just part 1 again, where you're just using Aga spells, using counter stance, using True Strike, using Arcane Ward. And the only real difference is they add a few more materias, which I don't even know what you add at this point, because they really hit most of everything. There's a couple more summons left, and they can add some new summons. But all the Aga spells done, all the elements done, most of the post-game stuff is there. Stop, all of it. Enemy skill, all of it. Add a couple more enemy skills, that's about it. So, you add a couple materia and maybe some new ones that are, like, unique. And that's it. And then imagine what part 3 is. Imagine that's part 2. They add a couple more materia, add a couple more summons, and there's a list of missions. What is part 3? The same thing again? Like, no one's gonna buy part 3 if that's what part 2 is. Honestly. There needs to be a very big change. There needs to be something that really throws a wrench into the formula. Either everybody starts fresh and they learn completely new skills, like... But that, I mean, that's why I'm so curious, because how do you do that? Like, how do you make Cloud anything other than what he is in part 1? That's what I want to know. How do you make Cloud anything different? How do we play part 2 and make Cloud fun? That's an honest question. I don't know. All of his moves, Braver, Counter Stance, Cross Slash, all the stuff that, like, makes him fun, were all in part 1. And you can't just completely change his character. Like, here, Cloud, have a gun. Now you shoot. Like, I don't know. If you just make different skills, like, what's the... It's just going to be more... Okay, now it does more damage. Like, I don't know. It's going to be doing less damage anyways. You were doing max damage in part 1. Unless everything has, like, 20,000 HP. How's it going, Rick? So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. How do you make the party interesting again? Because people aren't going to want to just play part 1 again. You know, and they all have their own mechanics. Like, Cloud has the counter stance and does a bunch of damage. Tifa is fast and puts up the percentage. Aerith is the healer and magic caster. Barret is the tank. How do we change this up to make it fun? Because it feels like it's going to be the same. Also, side note, no spoilers, but long story short, spoiler free, Yuffie does everything. So I don't know how you implement Yuffie into part 2, because she does everything. She has all mechanics. So, like, how do you put her in the party and make her balanced? She does everything and more. So... It's going to be weird. I don't know how they're going to do part 2. I really don't. And that's what I want to know. I want to know what the base mechanics of 2 are. How do we make the characters interesting again? How do we do the world map? How do we do all that? Like, I'm really curious to see what they do. Or do we just change up how the game works completely? And, like, throw a huge wrench into the party. Everyone operates completely differently. Like, I don't know. Just give Yuffie half the HP. Pretty sure she's still the most broken because of her dodge. She doesn't need HP. Still got the dodge. Oh my god, could you believe that? Could you imagine that? After like 10 years of everyone being like, please make a turn-based remake, and then they're like, we're gonna make an action RPG remake. And everyone's like, no! Then they make it and everyone's like, okay, that was pretty good. And then part 2 comes out and they're like, it's turn-based. Everyone's like, what? What do you mean it's turn-based? What do you mean? We ran out of ideas. It's turn-based now. Deal with it. Isn't this open? Yeah. And then you get punched in the face. I thought there was an item in here. Am I crazy? I guess I'm crazy. Most important item in the game. Hero drink. Thank you. But I can't multiply them in this version, so it's probably not going to be that great. I can use it against Safer, though. Why don't you take the map? Oh my god, you already took the map, you jerk. How do they make Vincent unique? He's gonna be like a squishier Barrett. I feel like he's gonna be... Okay, I think Vincent is gonna be a combination of Tifa and Barrett. He's gonna be like Barrett, because he's got gun moves and can be back row. But he's gonna be fast and have like dashes and stuff. And not be tanky. That's my guess. The limits, I don't really know how those are going to work, but I bet you they could do something really cool with them. Also, in the original, he's one of the best magic casters in the game, but I don't know if they're going to keep that or not. Honestly, they should, because we don't really have a magic caster anymore. We have Aerith, who is completely and utterly broken, but if she dies, she won't be with us forever. And even if she doesn't, that's only one mage. Might as well have 2. Unless they make Cait Sith a mage, who's also really good with magic, so... They gotta make either Red 13, Vincent, or Cait Sith a mage. Cait Sith would probably make the most sense, to be honest. But it'd be cool if they made Vincent a mage. Especially since he's already back row, you know? It'd kind of make more sense, actually, for Vincent to be a mage, because he sits in the back row. But I could see either one working. In the original, Cait Sith and Vincent are the only ones that are anywhere close to being a mage. But anyone can be a mage if you give them the right materia. But default stats, Cait Sith and Vincent are the best mages by far, other than Aerith, obviously. Snowboarding, yeah. Snowboarding. So I think the version of this in the gold saucer is different in this version, but I think this one is the same. I don't think this is any harder. But I think the one in the gold saucer is harder. I don't know if the tracks are harder or if it's just the times you have to get for the ghosts. But something about it is harder, I believe. How's it going, Sinister? Do the balloons look different? No, they look the same. At least in this thing they do. I think they do. I don't see a difference. Bugenhagen enters the party and he's the ultimate mage. That'd be sick. Booyah! You look so much better, never mind. Wow. I mean, the real play is to get the balloons on the sides, but I was trying to get the ones in the middle for fun. Dude, some of the wipeouts you can get...
Like happy festival fireworks, yeah?
Some of the wipeouts you can get during this game are pretty gnarly. You get full speed near the end and then smack that archway, you go like flying. But that's the gold saucer game. This one doesn't have that. Wait. Gold balloon? I don't remember that. I don't remember no gold balloon. I wonder why that's even there. Pretty weird. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, the obvious choice is make the flashback a tutorial. I think it'll be fine. That was weird. I don't remember how to get anywhere from here. I don't think you really need to steal their materia and stuff. Like, plenty of games have a part 2 where the characters suddenly lost all their stuff and they don't explain it. I don't really think that's necessary. I think it's fine if they do it, but... Like, a lot of people are saying, like, how do they explain it? It's like, it's not a big deal. There's plenty of games that don't explain that. What I'm more interested in is, like I said before, how do we make the characters continue to be fun? And if we give them just extended mechanics, then we need to teach the beginning mechanics to everyone. So do they do it, like, through the flashback? Or do they do, like, a Kingdom Hearts 3 thing where they're like, hey, if you didn't play the other Kingdom Hearts games, here's everything. And then just continue from there and make stuff complicated from pretty much from the flashback onwards. It's just like you just picked up from part 1 kind of thing. This Berserk thing is kind of annoying. do 5 damage? I don't know. Keeping everything from the first game, as I've said before, is like pretty insane. I really don't think they're gonna do that. It just seems like that would just never work. Yeah, that's one of the big differences in this one, is that it shows status effects in the life bar. What I've said is, like, if you're gonna carry over anything, carry over like 1 weapon for each character, and then like fire, ice, bolt, materia, and that's it. And then like 0 out all the abilities. Maybe even have them teach you new abilities. But there's absolutely no shot that we're leaving Calm, fighting the freaking sweeper machines outside of Calm, and hitting them with Thundaga for 9,999 damage with our maxed out super weapons and an equipment that gives you auto limits. It's just not happening. They get to Calm and they're like, what happened to all of our stuff? Well, we ran into this guy outside of Calm. His name was Time Wizard. And he said, time magic! Really loud, and then he started spinning a hand. And then all of our stuff disappeared. It's crazy. Dude, that is so crazy. I pretty much cannot hear that ice animation because of my ear. Most everything is like centered, so I can still hear it, but that ice animation is only in my right ear. I like straight up can't hear it. Getting to Calm, and the guy's like, how'd you get across from Midgar? You guys don't have any equipment. I got too close to Sin's Toxin, and I left it all. Honestly, Square Enix is not above doing a joke for an opening. I mean, just look at Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe we get some funny joke opening where, like, we get into Calm, and there's some, like, enemy, and Cloud's like, I'll handle this. And he, like, ascensions him into oblivion. And then, like, the door opens, and Nomura walks out, and he's like, what do you do? Give me those! What are you doing? And just, like, walks out. I can see it happening. They get off a truck and the guy's like, so what about my payment? We were supposed to pay you? Yeah, I just took you all the way from Midgar to Calm. Aren't you gonna pay me? We don't have any money. All of your equipment and materia will do then. Except that bat. You can keep that bat. That money was for Marlene's schooling. I'm gonna be so... Honestly, I'm gonna be annoyed if they only explain it with, like, one line of text. Like, either explain it or don't. But, like, if they do, like, a throwaway line to explain it, I'm gonna be so annoyed. Like, if they get into the calm and they're, like, sitting at the bar and... they're like, man, these monsters coming up, they might be difficult. And then Tifa's like, yeah, if only those thieves didn't steal literally everything we had. I'm gonna be like, come on, dude, really? Let's not. There are thieves that you can fight in the wild in between Midgar and Calm. Maybe they get like... maybe the thieves steal everything. Maybe they sleep... they sleep in a tent. That's what it's gonna be. They sleep in a tent on their way to Calm. And they wake up and all their stuff's gone. That's gonna be it. Supposed to be from Marlene's school. I don't know what this is. Laser? Yep. Also, I was going to pet friend. I didn't say hi to you when you jumped in. We're doing good. Eat. Easy money. What? Egon Gaga. Yin Yang dude should be a boss. I agree. How's it going, Waldo? Well, oops, thank you for the 16, and Rick, thank you for the 5. Appreciate it, guys. God. That birth by sleep, Zach. I want to be just like Hercules.